Part 1, Overview of this video. If you are learning English but still feel stuck. If you understand English but cannot speak confidently. If you hesitate, you panic, you think too much before speaking. Then this message is for you. Because from today, your mindset will change. And when your mindset changes, your English speaking will change. Not after 1 year, not after 6 months, but in just 30 days. But here's the truth. Most people don't become fluent because they wait for the perfect moment. They wait until their grammar becomes perfect, vocabulary becomes advanced, confidence becomes strong, accent becomes foreign, but that moment never comes. Because English is not learned by waiting. English is learned by using it. Imagine a baby learning to walk. He doesn't wait for confidence. He doesn't say, "I'll walk when I'm perfect." He doesn't think, "What if I fall?" He just tries. He falls. He tries again. And one day, he walks. Learning English is the same. So today, I want you to remember one powerful rule. Practice first, perfect later. You don't need perfect English to start speaking. You need courage. You need consistency. You need action. Today is day 1 of your 30-day English transformation. Not a challenge, not a goal, a decision that says, from today, I will speak English every day, even if it's broken, slow, or imperfect. Because imperfect English spoken today is better than perfect English planned for someday. Repeat after me. I will speak English. I will improve. I will not stop. In these 30 days, you will learn how to remove hesitation, how to think in English, how to speak naturally, how to improve grammar without studying grammar books, how to build strong confidence, step by step, simple methods, daily progress. And if you follow every instruction, not just watch, your English will transform. So take a deep breath, smile, and get ready. Because this time, you won't just learn English, you will live it. Welcome to Day 1, Part 2, the real reason you're not fluent yet. Before we start improving your English, we must understand one truth. You are not bad at English. You are not weak. You are not slow. The real problem is fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being judged. Fear of speaking in front of others. Fear of sounding wrong. And this fear is stopping you from speaking confidently. Not grammar. Not vocabulary. Not accent. Just fear. Let me tell you a short story. There was a boy who wanted to speak English very badly. He understood English movies. He understood songs. He even read English books. But when someone asked him a simple question like, "How are you?" he became silent. His heart beat fast. His mind became blank. His confidence disappeared. One day, his teacher asked him, "Why don't you speak?" He said softly, "What if I make a mistake?" The teacher smiled and replied, "Then you will learn." That sentence changed everything. Because here's the secret. Mistakes are not a sign of weakness. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Every fluent English speaker you see today once spoke broken English. Every expert was once a beginner. Nobody becomes fluent without mistakes. Read this slowly. You will mispronounce words. You will forget sentences. You will make grammar mistakes. And that's okay. Because progress is more important than perfection. Repeat after me. Mistakes are my teacher. I will not stop because of fear. I will speak even if I am not perfect. From today, I want you to change your thinking. Don't say, "What if I am wrong?" Say, "What if I improve?" Don't say, "People will laugh at me." Say, "People will see me growing." Don't say, "I can't speak." Say, "I am learning to speak." Confidence doesn't come before speaking. Confidence comes after speaking. So today's action task is simple. Speak one English sentence aloud, without fear, even if it is not perfect. It can be, "I am learning English. I will speak English every day. I am improving slowly." Just speak it. Because the journey to fluency doesn't start with perfect grammar. It starts with your voice. And today, you used it. Good job. Part 3, speak daily, not someday. Now that you understand the importance of confidence and mindset, it's time for the next rule. Speak English every single day. Not once a week. Not only when you feel confident. Not only when someone asks. Every single day. Because fluency is not built by thinking. It is built by speaking. Let me ask you something. How did you learn your first language? Did you take grammar classes? Did you memorize rules? Did you worry about mistakes? No. You listened. You copied. You spoke, again and again. That's how you became fluent. Learning English is the same process. The more you speak, the faster your brain gets comfortable with English sentences, words, and thinking patterns. So today, I want you to build a new daily habit, a simple 5-minute speaking routine. You don't need a partner. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a teacher. You only need your own voice. Here's the method. Step 1. Choose a simple topic. Examples: my day, my goals, my family, my favorite food, my plan for the future. Pick only one. Step 2. Speak for 60 seconds. Don't think too much. Don't stop to correct yourself. Just speak. If you don't know a word, skip it. If you forget grammar, ignore it. Just continue speaking. Step 3. Repeat one more time. The second time will always be better. Why? Because your brain adjusts. It learns structure. It removes hesitation. This small exercise, if done daily, will change the way you speak forever. At first, you may feel shy. You may stop in the middle. You may repeat yourself. But that's normal. Remember, consistency is more powerful than perfection. If you speak for just 5 minutes daily, your confidence will grow. Your fluency will increase. Your thinking will shift to English. Your hesitation will decrease. Your voice will become stronger. Because fluency is not a gift. Fluency is a habit. Repeat these lines with me. I will speak daily. I don't need perfect English to start. Every day, I am improving. Today's action. Record yourself speaking for 60 seconds, any topic. Do it today, not tomorrow. Because someday is not a day in the calendar. Today is the day. Your journey continues. Part 4. Think in English. You have started speaking. You have accepted mistakes. Now, it's time for one of the most powerful steps in fluent speaking. Thinking in English. Because here's the truth. You cannot speak fast if you are translating every sentence from your native language to English in your mind. This translation delay is the biggest reason many people understand English but cannot speak fluently. The brain gets stuck. You think, what should I say? How do I translate this? Is this grammar correct? And by the time you find the right words, the conversation is already over. So we need to train your brain to think directly in English. Not after 1 year, not after grammar becomes perfect, but from today. How to start thinking in English. You don't need long sentences. You don't need big vocabulary. Start with small, simple thoughts. Examples: I am hungry. I am feeling sleepy. I am going to study. This tea is hot. My phone is charging. These sentences are simple, but powerful. Because when your mind starts using English automatically, speaking becomes natural. Daily thinking exercise. Step 1. Look around your room. Step 2. Name things in English, like fan, window, chair, mobile, water bottle. Step 3. Make short sentences. This fan is slow. The window is open. I am using my phone. Do this for 2 minutes every day, and your fluency will start increasing. Another powerful habit. Narrate your actions in English. For example, I am getting ready. I am walking to the kitchen. I am making breakfast. I am leaving for work. It feels strange at first. But slowly, your brain will stop translating and start thinking, why does this work? Because the brain learns through repetition. The more you think in English, the faster your sentence-forming ability grows. No stress. No memorizing. Just natural flow. Repeat after me. My mind can think in English. I don't need translation. English is becoming a part of my daily life. Today's action task. Spend 5 minutes thinking only in English. No speaking required. Just thinking. Do it while walking, cleaning, exercising, or waiting. The more you practice, the more natural you will sound. Your fluency is improving, one thought at a time. Part 5. Build vocabulary the smart way. Now that you are thinking in English, the next step is vocabulary. But not the way most people learn it. Many learners try to memorize long lists of words. And after one day, they forget everything. Why? Because the brain doesn't remember random words. It remembers words used in real situations. So here's the new rule. Learn words through context, not memorization. What does this mean? Instead of learning the word alone. Don't learn, motivate. Learn. I listen to motivational videos every morning. Don't learn. Goal. Learn. My goal is to speak fluent English. Don't learn. Improve. Learn. I improve when I practice daily. See the difference? When words are connected to meaning, and meaning is connected to your daily life, you remember faster and longer. Use the 3-sentence method. Whenever you learn a new word, make 1 simple sentence, 1 personal sentence, 1 future use sentence. Example word, confident. Simple sentence, she is confident. Personal sentence, I want to be confident while speaking English. Future use sentence, next month, I will speak confidently. This method teaches your brain that the word is useful, so it stores it. Learn 5 words a day, no more. Not 20, not 50. Just 5 useful words daily. Why? Because small, consistent learning builds strong memory. Imagine this. 5 words per day times 30 days equals 150 new words. And not just memorized, but usable, natural, confident vocabulary. That's progress. Speak the words you learn. Vocabulary becomes powerful only when you use it. So when you learn a new word today, speak it aloud in a sentence. Even if the sentence is simple, speak it. Because speaking builds memory. Memory builds fluency. Focus on common words, not fancy English. You don't need complicated words to speak fluently. Real fluency is simple, clear, natural. Instead of learning, I am exhausted, start with, I am very tired. Once fluency comes, advanced vocabulary will follow naturally. Repeat after me. I will learn vocabulary I can actually use. I don't need big words to speak confidently. Every day, I am getting better. Today's action. Learn 5 new useful English words. Make 3 sentences for each word. Speak them aloud. Not tomorrow. Not later. Do it today. Because every small step you take is building the fluent version of you. Part 6. Fix grammar without studying grammar. Many English learners feel stuck because they think, I need perfect grammar before I speak. But that's not true. You don't need to study long grammar books. You don't need thousands of rules. You don't need advanced grammar to speak confidently. You only need simple and correct sentences used repeatedly in real life. Here's the mindset shift. Grammar improves by speaking, not by memorizing rules. Think about how children learn grammar. They don't learn tenses. They don't learn rules. They don't even know what grammar means. But they become fluent. Why? Because they listen, right pointing arrow, repeat, right pointing arrow, speak. You can do the same. Start with 4 simple sentence structures. If you master just these 4 structures, your English speaking will become 10 times easier. 1. Present simple, daily life sentences. I wake up at 7. I go to school. I like English. Use this for habits and routines. 2. Present continuous actions happening now. I am studying. I am eating. I am watching a video. Use this to talk about what you are doing. 3. Past simple things that already happened. I watched a movie yesterday. I met my friend. I learned 5 new words. 1 small rule. If it's in the past, right pointing arrow, use the past verb form. 4 future simple plans or decisions. I will practice English today. I will become fluent. I will not give up. This structure is perfect for speaking goals and promises. Grammar becomes easy with patterns. Instead of learning rules, learn sentence patterns. For example, pattern. I want to underscore 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 underscore. I want to learn English. I want to improve. I want to speak confidently. Pattern. I have to underscore 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 underscore. I have to study. I have to practice speaking. I have to stay consistent. When your brain learns patterns, speaking becomes automatic. Record right pointing arrow, listen right pointing arrow, correct method. This is the most powerful grammar improvement technique. Step 1. Record yourself speaking for 1 to 2 minutes. Step 2. Listen carefully. Step 3. Fix one mistake. Not 10. Not everything. Just one mistake. Tomorrow, fix one more. Small improvements become big results. Why does this work? Because your brain learns faster when you speak. Hear your own voice. Correct small mistakes. Try again. Grammar becomes natural, not memorized. Repeat after me. I don't need perfect grammar to start. My grammar will improve as I speak. I am getting better every day. Today's action. Speak 10 sentences using the 4 sentence structures. Present, present continuous, past, future. Say them out loud, not just in your mind, with your voice. Because every time you speak, your grammar gets stronger. Part 7. Remove hesitation and speak with confidence. You have started practicing. You are learning vocabulary. You are improving grammar. But there is still something stopping you. Something invisible. Something powerful. Hesitation. Hesitation is that small voice in your mind that says, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh? What if they don't understand me? What if I sound foolish? And because of this hesitation, you stay silent. But silence will never make you fluent. Speaking will. So today, we will break the hesitation barrier. Rule 1. Stop judging yourself. You are not a bad speaker. You are a learner. Learners don't need perfection. They need courage. When a child learns to walk and falls, do we say, stop walking, you are wrong? No. We smile and say, try again. Treat yourself the same way. Rule 2. Speak slowly, not fast. Many learners think, to sound fluent, I must speak fast. But fluency is not speed. Fluency is clarity. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Speak confidently. Even native speakers speak slowly when they want to sound confident. So remember, slow plus clear equals confident English. Rule number 3, use simple sentences. You don't need difficult words or long sentences. Instead of saying, I am extremely fascinated by astronomical phenomena, say, I really like space. Simple, clean, confident. English is not about showing off. It's about expressing yourself. Rule number 4, don't stop if you make a mistake. If you make a mistake while speaking, don't stop. Just continue. Confidence comes when you continue speaking even after mistakes. Because confidence is not the absence of mistakes. Confidence is the ability to continue despite mistakes. The mirror speaking method. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at yourself. Speak in English for 1 minute. This trains your confidence, body language, eye contact, tone, fluency. At first, you may feel embarrassed. But after a few days, you will feel powerful. Repeat these powerful affirmations with me. I don't need perfect English to speak. My voice deserves to be heard. Every day, my confidence is growing. Today's action. Stand in front of a mirror and speak about yourself for 60 seconds. Talk about your name, your goals, your English journey. Do not stop. Do not translate. Just speak. Because the more you speak, the more confident you become. And when confidence meets consistency, fluency happens. Part 8. Surround yourself with English. Speaking English for a few minutes a day is powerful. But if you really want fast improvement, you must do one more thing. Surround yourself with English every day. Just like a plant grows faster in the right environment, your English will grow faster when your environment supports it. Right now, English may only be a task, but we want English to become a habit, a lifestyle, a normal part of your day. So how do we do that? Let's make English a natural part of your daily life without pressure. Step 1. Change your phone language. This is a small change, but it forces your brain to see and interact with English daily. Words like settings, mobile data, notifications, update, restart will become natural. You don't need to study these words. Your brain will learn them automatically. Step 2. Follow English content you enjoy. Don't watch English content just because it looks difficult or academic. Watch what you like. English motivational videos, English comedy clips, English lifestyle vlogs, English learning shorts, podcasts, inspiring speeches. When learning feels fun instead of pressure, you remember faster. Step 3. Listen daily. Even if you don't understand everything, just listen. Listen while walking, cooking, traveling, cleaning, exercising. Why? Because listening trains your brain to recognize accent, tone, pronunciation, sentence structure, natural speaking style. Your brain learns silently, even when you're not trying. Step 4. Read small things. You don't need novels or big books. Start with short stories, quotes, social media captions, news headlines, simple blogs. Reading builds vocabulary and improves sentence structure naturally. Step 5. Practice English thinking triggers. Whenever you see something in daily life, think the word in English. Example: you see rain, right pointing arrow, you think, it's raining. You feel hungry, right pointing arrow, you think, I need food. You see someone running, right pointing arrow, you think, he is running fast. This builds automatic English thinking. Small changes, right pointing arrow, big results. At first, it may feel strange. But slowly, English will stop feeling foreign. English will become familiar. English will become comfortable. English will become part of your identity. And when English becomes part of your environment, fluency becomes unavoidable. Repeat after me. English is part of my daily life. I am surrounded by English and improving every day. Fluency is coming, step by step. Today's action: change one thing in your daily environment into English. It can be your phone language, a playlist, a podcast, your to-do list, a wallpaper quote. Just one step, but do it today. Because English fluency is not only about speaking, it's also about living the language. Part 9. Practice English with the shadowing technique. Now you are surrounding yourself with English, that's great. But today, you will learn a technique that can double your fluency speed. A technique used by language experts, public speakers, and even actors. It's called the shadowing technique. Shadowing means listening to a native speaker and repeating exactly what they say, at the same time. Just like a shadow follows the body, your voice follows the speaker. Why is shadowing so powerful? Because it improves many skills together. Pronunciation, accent, rhythm, fluency, sentence structure, confidence, speaking speed. Instead of learning each skill separately, shadowing trains everything at once. How to do it step by step. Choose a short English clip 30 to 60 seconds. It can be a motivational speech, a movie dialogue, a YouTube short, a podcast segment, a pronunciation lesson. Choose something clear and understandable. Listen to it once. Just listen, don't repeat. Try to understand the tone, emotion, and speed. Now play it again, and speak with the audio. Not after, not before, with it. Even if you miss words, keep going. Repeat 3 to 5 times. With every round, your confidence will increase, voice will become smoother, pronunciation will improve, fluency will sound natural. At first it will feel difficult, Your brain may say, "This is too fast. I can't match the speaker. This feels strange." But don't stop, because in the beginning, everything feels difficult, until it becomes familiar. Shadowing trains your mouth, tongue, brain, and voice to speak naturally. Choose simple content first. Don't start with very advanced English. Start with short speeches, English affirmations, beginner-friendly videos. Then slowly move to harder content. 10 minutes a day equals transformation. If you do shadowing for 10 minutes daily, you will notice improvement in confidence, fluency, clarity, speaking flow, in just a few weeks. Example mini shadowing script. Repeat after me. Speak with slow confidence. I am improving every day. English is becoming easier for me. I will speak without fear. My voice matters. I am becoming a fluent English speaker. Say it with power, not hesitation. Repeat after me. I can shadow. I can repeat. I can speak. Practice will make me fluent. Today's action. Find a 30 to 60-second English video. Play it. Shadow it 3 times. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today, right now. Because every time you shadow, you step closer to fluency and confidence. Part 10. You can't run forever. Sometimes life doesn't give warnings. Sometimes it just hits hard, unexpected, unfair, and in that moment, you either break or you rise. Sarah was tired of pretending she was fine, tired of bottling every emotion, tired of being strong for everyone but herself. That night, she sat alone in her room. Lights off, phone silent, heart heavy. She whispered to herself, "Why am I not enough?" But deep inside, another silent voice responded, "You were always enough. They just never saw it." Her thoughts tried to take her back. The failures, the heartbreaks, the rejections. But this time, she didn't cry. She didn't run. She didn't break. She finally faced it. Because running from your pain doesn't remove it. It only teaches the pain how to chase you faster. She exhaled slowly and said, "I am done escaping. I am done doubting. I am done apologizing for being myself." That was the moment something changed. Not outside, but inside. She realized, you don't heal by forgetting. You heal by facing. You heal by accepting. You heal by understanding. Life wasn't punishing her. It was preparing her to grow, preparing her to evolve, preparing her to step into the version of herself she kept hiding. She stood near the mirror, looked into her own eyes, and said softly, but with power, "From today onwards, I choose myself." Not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. She wasn't weak. She wasn't broken. She was becoming wiser, sharper, stronger. And then she smiled, for the first time in months, a real smile. Not because everything was perfect, but because she finally understood. Healing doesn't happen when life gets easier. Healing happens when you get stronger. Sarah no longer walked with fear. She walked with purpose, confidence, clarity. Because once you face the storm, you realize the storm was never there to destroy you. It was there to build you. And now, she wasn't running anymore. She was chasing her life, her dreams, her peace. And this time, she wasn't lost. She was finally becoming unstoppable. Say it with me. I choose healing. I choose growth. I choose myself. Part 11, the shift begins. The next morning felt different. Not because the world had changed, but because she had. For the first time in a long time, Sarah woke up without rushing to her phone, without scrolling for validation, without searching for distractions. She sat quietly, just breathing, just existing, just being present, and in that silence, she realized something powerful. Peace feels strange when drama has been normal for too long. But she kept going. She got out of bed. She made her coffee. She looked outside the window. And she whispered quietly, "Thank you." Not because everything was perfect, but because she was finally learning gratitude in the middle of chaos, a skill most people never learn. Later that day, Sarah decided something bold. She removed people from her life. Not with anger, but with clarity. The ones who only showed up when they needed help. Gone. The ones who drained her energy. Blocked. The ones who made her feel small. Deleted. Because she finally understood. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Some people are lessons, not lifetime connections. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. For the first time ever, she began respecting her silence more than someone else's noise. She made a list, not of goals, but of boundaries. I will not beg for love. I will not chase people. I will not explain my worth. I will not shrink myself to fit someone else's comfort. And with every line, a piece of her past fell away. A weaker version of her died. A stronger version was born. That evening, she spent time working on things that mattered, her health, her mindset, her dreams. She wrote, "My future is bigger than my past." And she believed it, not because someone told her, not because she read it, but because she finally felt it. She wasn't just surviving anymore. She was building, growing, transforming. And that's when life whispered, "Once you choose yourself, everything else begins to align." She smiled again, a softer smile, a confident smile, a reborn smile, because the shift had begun, not outside, but inside. And once the inside changes, the outside has no choice but to follow. Part 12, The Breakthrough. Change doesn't happen in one day. It happens slowly, quietly, silently, when no one is watching. And that's exactly how Sarah's transformation continued. She didn't announce it. She didn't post it online. She didn't ask for approval. She simply worked on herself, consistently. Every morning started with the same 3 habits. Silence, gratitude, one English-speaking practice session. And day by day, something interesting happened. She wasn't just learning English. She was learning confidence, discipline, patience, self-respect. Because fluency isn't only about language, it's about believing you deserve to speak. One morning while practicing, she said a long English sentence without stopping. No hesitation, no fear, no self-judgment. She froze for a moment, then whispered to herself, "Did I just do that?" Yes, she did. Because every tiny effort she made was finally showing results. But here's the truth, the breakthrough wasn't the sentence. The breakthrough was the realization that she could improve. Before that moment, she believed English was something others could do. Smart people, confident people, lucky people. But now she knew. Improvement is not magic, it's consistency. Confidence is not a gift, it's a result. Fluency is not talent, it's practice. And once that belief entered her mind, everything changed. She didn't avoid conversations anymore. She didn't fear mistakes. She didn't feel embarrassed when she couldn't find the right word. Instead, she told herself, "Mistakes mean I'm learning, not failing." Her voice became clearer. Her tone became stronger. Her confidence became unshakable. People started noticing. Someone said, "You're improving." Someone said, "You sound different." Someone said, "You're confident now." But the best sentence she heard was, "You look happy." Because it wasn't just about English anymore. It was about becoming the person she always wanted to be. And deep down, she knew something powerful. She was no longer waiting for the right moment, she was creating it. The world hadn't changed, but she had. And because she changed, her world was beginning to transform. Part 13, The New Identity. Weeks passed. Not quickly, not perfectly, but steadily. And now, Sarah wasn't just practicing English, she was becoming someone new. In the past, she would say things like, "I'm bad at English, I can't speak fluently, people will judge me." But now, her language changed. Her thoughts changed. Her identity changed. She started saying, "I'm learning, I'm improving every day, I deserve to speak confidently." Because here's the truth. The words you speak to yourself are more powerful than the words you speak to anyone else. One day, she stood in front of the mirror and practiced saying just one sentence. I am confident, I am capable, and I speak English with ease. At first, it felt strange. Her voice shook, her mind argued, but she kept repeating, because affirmations don't work instantly, they work gradually. They work when your actions and beliefs align. Soon, English wasn't just a skill she was learning. It was becoming a part of her identity. She noticed small shifts. She no longer apologized before speaking. She no longer corrected herself repeatedly while talking. She no longer waited for perfection before starting. Instead, she communicated, even if the sentence wasn't perfect. Because perfection was no longer the goal. Progress was. Clarity was. Expression was. Her mindset changed from, what if they laugh, to, what if I succeed? I'm afraid to speak, to, speaking is how I grow. I hope I become fluent someday, to, I'm becoming fluent every day. Soon, speaking English didn't feel like pressure. It felt natural, normal, expected. Because when identity shifts, habits follow. Confidence follows. Results follow. One evening, she sat quietly and wrote a sentence in her journal. I'm not the person who was afraid of English anymore. I'm the person who shows up, learns, and improves. She smiled gently, not because she had reached the final destination, but because she finally knew something powerful. She was unstoppable now, not because she was perfect, but because she refused to quit. And that single decision made her stronger than every fear that once controlled her. Her journey wasn't over, but she was no longer just hoping for change. She was living it. Part 14, The Test. Growth always comes with a test, not to break you, but to show you who you've become. And Sarah's test arrived on a normal Tuesday afternoon. She was sitting in a cafe, peacefully enjoying her coffee, when a tourist couple approached her. They smiled and asked politely, "Excuse me, could you help us find the nearest metro station?" For a moment, time paused. The old version of her would have panicked. Her heart would race. Her throat would tighten. Her mind would scream, "Don't speak. You'll make mistakes. They'll judge you." But this time, something was different. She inhaled slowly. She remembered her practice, her affirmations, her progress. And then, she spoke. Not perfectly, not fast, but clearly, confidently, calmly. She said, "Yes, of course. Go straight from here, then take the first left. You will see the metro entrance after 2 minutes." The couple smiled. "Thank you so much. Your English is really good." That sentence hit differently. Because it wasn't just a compliment. It was proof. Proof that her effort was real. Proof that her growth was visible. Proof that she had overcome the fear that controlled her for years. As they walked away, she didn't just feel proud, she felt free. Free from the doubt. Free from the hesitation. Free from the belief that she wasn't good enough. She sat quietly for a moment and whispered, "I did it." Not loudly, not dramatically, but with a soft confidence that only comes from inner transformation. Because here's the truth. Confidence doesn't appear before action. It grows because of action. You don't become fluent first and then speak. You speak first, and fluency follows. Progress doesn't feel perfect, but it feels powerful. That day, Sarah didn't just speak English. She proved to herself that she could. And sometimes, one small moment, one sentence, one conversation, is enough to rewrite your entire story. She walked out of the cafe with a new belief. I am capable. I am improving every day. I'm not afraid to speak anymore. Her journey wasn't over, but now, she wasn't running from English. She was walking toward it, with confidence, with intention, and with pride. Because the fear that once stopped her had finally become the fuel that pushed her forward. Part 15, The Transformation. Days turned into weeks. And without forcing anything, without rushing, without comparing herself to anyone, Sarah became fluent, not just in English, but fluent in confidence, discipline, and self-belief. She wasn't the same person who once avoided conversations. She wasn't the person who shook with fear while speaking. She wasn't the girl who stayed silent because she was scared of judgment. Now, she spoke confidently. She communicated clearly. She expressed her thoughts openly. Not because mistakes disappeared, but because fear disappeared. One night, she sat quietly with her journal, and she wrote something that made her eyes fill with tears. "I'm proud of myself." 2 months ago, those words felt impossible. Now, they felt true. She smiled, not because life became perfect, but because she finally chose herself. She realized something powerful. A person doesn't change when they learn more. A person changes when they finally decide enough is enough. Sarah decided. She decided to stop waiting for the right moment. She decided to stop doubting her abilities. She decided to stop letting fear control her future. And that decision rewrote her destiny. She looked at the mirror, really looked, and saw someone she once wished to become. Someone confident, someone disciplined, someone brave, not because she had no fear, but because she acted despite fear. English wasn't just a language anymore. It became a reminder of her strength. Every sentence she spoke now carried meaning. I tried. I learned. I improved. I didn't give up. Her mindset was different. Her habits were different. Her life was different. And now she knew something every learner must understand. Fluency is not a destination, it's a lifestyle. Confidence is not a gift, it's built through repetition. Success doesn't come to those who want, but to those who continue. Before closing her journal, she wrote one final sentence. I didn't just learn English, I learned how powerful I am. She closed her notebook. She took a deep breath. She smiled, not because the journey was over, but because it had finally begun. Listen carefully. If you felt connected to this story, if even one part made you think, if somewhere inside, you felt, yes, this is me, then don't just watch and move on. Take the next step, because nothing changes until you change. Start practicing today. Start speaking today. Start improving today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. Because confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after you start. So if you're serious about improving your English, hit like, drop a comment, I'm ready. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. Because this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. Your journey starts now. Let's grow together. Let's speak confidently. Let's transform your English, one day at a time.